Hey friends, TUXX here. For this particular video, we're going to be talking all about computer fans and air cooling. And I want to thank my friends here at Jonsbo who sent me over 2 computer fans to open for this video. Now, people who know me have said, you know, hey TUXX, what do you like the most? You talk about liquid cooling, but I always see you air cooling computer cases. I've built a lot of custom rigs, and in general, I've yet to find a solution with liquid cooling that does the job as efficiently and as beautiful as air cooling. So I guess I'm an air cooling fan, and of course I'm open to trying new things. Maybe I will find a liquid cooling solution that does just as good for me, but for right now I really love the way that, you know, light and tech come together in an artistic way to create a really beautiful PC that looks as good as it runs, you know? So I'm really into kind of expressing myself through lighting. And I know there's purists out there that'll say, oh, lighting, it just takes up power from the motherboard and from the power supply and blah, blah, blah. But I usually use a 1,000-watt power supply, so I don't really have a problem with power. And that's way more than you need, honestly, for these. But it's a really great way of just kind of expressing yourself through light, and it's just a lot of fun. And your PC, it needs cooling, guys. You have to have adequate cooling. Without adequate cooling, it's going to slow down your card, it's going to slow down your motherboard, your processor, everything. It's just not a good thing. So you really want to have some great fans. And 120mm is a great size actually too. So I'm a big fan of going with 120s. Let's go ahead and take a look at these 2 different fans. I'll open this one first. This is a Jonsbo Solar Eclipse. Check it out. It's got really beautiful red fins here. It is an LCD 120mm airflow fan, which is 120 by 120 by 25 millimeters. Okay, on the back here it does have some specs for you. You can pause that if you need to. Okay, so you can check that out. And this particular fan is the type of fan that is really great for intake and outtake. And I really recommend having, you know, both, you know, some fans going in, some fans going out. Sometimes people like to accidentally create a vacuum where it's like all the fans are aiming inward, but you really want that outflow of air too, you know. And sometimes it's even fun to have multicolors where I'll have like the intake be like green or blue and the outtake for the hot air be red. So that can work really well for you too. Now, looking at this right from the get-go, it does come with screws, which is very good. So you got your little screws, you don't want to lose that. It has, this is something that not all fans include, and I'm so happy they include this. This is like little rubber bumpers, okay, that help reduce the sound. And this is, I guess, a great time to mention that not all fans are the same, guys. You really want to go with a good company. You do not want to go with the cheapest fan out there, because although it may be cheap, although it may look okay, it's the type of thing where you want a quality brand like Jonsbo, where it's going to be efficient, having good airflow, and actually, you know, performing well without having like the sound of like a tornado going on, you know. So anyway, you want to have a good fan, and there's different fans, different speeds that will create different sounds for you, but it's a matter of finding the right balance that works for you with, you know, good airflow and the volume being something that you feel comfortable with. Okay, so anyway, that is that. Looking at this fan, not only does it come with these great bumpers, which again I'm totally psyched it has. This is a nice case. I like the way this case here particularly has like the little ring of light around the outside here, okay, and then on the inside here you can see the nice red fans. It looks like a nicely painted sports car or something. Very cool. The inside interior of it looks cool as well. You got the red. It's kind of a little bit more of a matte red than the glossy red on the outside, but this is the side that is for show, you know. The cord itself, you guys know I am into braided cords, and check out this high quality braided cord. That is a sign of craftsmanship. These guys care enough to actually make the cable management be beautiful, which is great, because truth be told, my cable management could use a little bit of work. I love to stick so many fans and things into my rigs that sometimes I get a little carried away. And so actually, when your cords do show, it's really nice if they're a pretty professional braided cord just like this one. Hats off for having such a great cord. And you guys know I'm not joking about the cords. I'm really into good quality cords, because if you have a bad quality cord, A, it's ugly, and B, it can actually like perhaps get like caught up in something or melt or have any number of problems. It could really destroy your rig. You want to have a good quality cord. It's really that important. But anyway, this is a great looking fan. We'll come back to this in just a second. The other fan they have here is the FR-101. This is also 120mm by 120 by 25. Very cool. 18. Wow. 18 peaks of light, high light level, and 2 years warranty. That warranty is really important because not all fans last a year, you know. You think of the amount of times, the power of them spinning, and how often you're gaming, you know. You want a fan that's going to last the test of time for you, which is really nice. This is beautiful retail packaging too, I should say. I love the picture. I mean, it's cool how this one has the window so you can actually see the product, but this one, I really love the picture here. This is really great, and it kind of shows some different color variants, which is excellent as well. On the back here, we got some specs. You can go ahead and pause that if you need to. Talks about the models. FR-101 dimensions, the speed is 1500, okay, which is really good. Airflow, I mean, it has all the specs right here for you. And there is a 3-pin version and a 4-pin version, so you may want to pay close attention to that because you can see the airflow and stuff does vary a little bit based upon the power that you're feeding into this. And if you have an air controller, and I would welcome Jonsbo to send me an air controller or something so I can show you or talk about that more, but air controllers are really important. Besides just using the motherboard, I usually like to have an air controller so I can actually kind of gauge the speed of the air coming into different parts of the board. Let's go ahead and open this up here and take a look. I'm going to BlizzCon later this year, and I'm really excited about checking out some of the custom rigs they have there. Hopefully Jonsbo might be there. I'll definitely be supporting. Okay, now this one here, we'll go ahead and put the box down. This one is very cool because this one actually has the rubber built into both sides. Check it out. We have rubber here, 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 and here. So all 4 corners have a nice rubber mount to it. And why that's important is because this thing is going to be spinning like crazy, and you don't want this thing like rattling up against metal in your frame if it's not perfectly tight. And in time, even if when you make your build, if it is tight, there's a good chance that in time it may vibrate at least just a little bit and start making kind of a rattling noise. Now this has a very generous, huge LED around the inside of the circle here, so very cool. You kind of see like has some little vents into the top here too, very cool, and there is the interior look of it. Now this one is sporting a rubber cord, but it is a nice quality rubber cord. It feels very solid with a really nice rubber 3-pin end here. Alright friends, we are back. This is the FR-101 with a little bit of room lighting here at the bottom of the screen. But I wanted to show you this kind of in the dark so you can kind of get a glimpse of how pretty this is. This is a really great fan. The little bit of airflow noise you hear is actually the computer and not actually this fan. This fan is whisper quiet. And look at how pretty it is. This is just such a beautiful fan. I love the little beams. They almost look like little laser beams shooting off of the fan. And it has a really good solid airflow. I'm feeling a lot of cool coming off the back here. So really, really good. Super quiet, super beautiful, and super good airflow. This will actually help you a lot, especially like if you're overclocking or just need to have your video card, your CPU running. That's very coolest. Very, very pretty. Again, this is the FR-101. Okay, here we have the Solar Eclipse fan, and you can see this one has a beautiful red light. This will shine through your whole case and definitely give a really beautiful red glow to everything around it. Very, very quiet. The noise you hear is actually the computer and not so much the fan. This thing is whisper quiet. It definitely has a good amount of airflow too. Definitely help cool off your components. So very nice. Again, Solar Eclipse. I'm definitely digging the red ring of light around the inside. Has kind of a cool halo of redness. Very, very pretty. Okay, to recap, these have been 2 fans from Jonsbo. The FR-101, very sturdy fan, great looking style to it. Absolutely love it, with great rubber grips here built into it. So you have 8 rubber grips total, 4 on each side. Definitely worth your consideration for your next build. And also the Jonsbo Solar Eclipse, another 120mm fan with some great red that really spreads through your whole system that can light up some components and give maximum airflow with minimum sound. So 2 great choices. Again, I want to thank Jonsbo for sending these over to me. I'm going to test these further in some rigs coming up, and I'll probably have some additional comments or maybe even a follow-up video to this. And if they have some other products, I would love to test some more from this brand because I'm really digging the style of it. I mean, the light is very great, diffused red through here, and this one, I love the little lines. It's almost like little laser beams. It's very cool, and it provides great airflow, which is style and performance all in one. So anyway, guys, I want to thank you very much. You can check out in the description down below for a link to check out these products yourself. And if you guys have any questions, know that I'm here for you. Go ahead and ask your questions down below or send an email to tuxtoys@gmail.com, or you can go ahead and send a message through YouTube itself on the About tab. All right? If you're new to the channel, guys, be sure and ring that bell for notifications of upcoming videos. I got lots of great computer products coming up, and again, more computer fans, because I'm really into cooling. You got to keep your systems cool for best performance. All right? All right, friends. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.